Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Let's just jump right in because we've got a really fascinating astrological and spiritual guide to unpack today. We're looking specifically at the forecasts for Monday, August 10th, 2026. And the whole foundation of today's guide is built around the profound influence of what the source material calls Sayyara Qamar, the planet moon. In this tradition, the moon is basically seen as the most beautiful, cooling, and calming celestial body out there. So we're going to walk through exactly what this specific date has in store for us, looking at the daily energy, the personalized forecasts, and a really unique spiritual practice meant to bring you some serious tranquility.
But before we hit those specific predictions, you gotta ask yourself a crucial question. Are you dealing with overthinking, maybe some financial leaks, or just general family stress? The guide we're looking at today starts by acknowledging a very real truth. So many of us are just weighed down by heavy modern anxieties. Whether that looks like lingering depression, deep mental tension, frustrating domestic conflicts, or just that awful feeling that your hard-earned cash is slipping through your fingers like water. Okay, let's dive into this and see what kind of calming insights and solutions this source proposes for these exact everyday struggles. So, according to the text, the moon isn't just some distant rock in the sky, it's an active force, and it actually governs 5 major, deeply personal domains in our lives: the peace of your heart, your mental clarity, the whole vibe and environment of your home, receiving a mother's blessings, and literally the flow of your daily cash. The idea here is that the cooling energy of Monday, which has traditionally always been the moon's day, can directly cool down the heat of our daily stresses across all 5 of these key areas. Now, for today specifically, August 10th, the source describes our lunar alignment as highly peaceful and nurturing. And why does that actually matter? Well, the text points out that when the moon's energy is strong and favorably aligned like it is right now, your heart and your mind actually start pulling in the exact same direction. It brings this deep, deep sense of calm, even if you're stuck in the middle of some really difficult circumstances. The guide frames today as a highly auspicious golden window for resolving domestic issues, sweetening up your relationships, connecting with family, and just taking proactive steps for your mental health. Now, what's really interesting about this is how specific the actionable advice gets. To harness this peaceful energy, the recommended lucky colors for the day are pearl white, silver, and crystal clear blue. Surrounding yourself with these colors is said to naturally sync you up with the moon's cooling vibe. And to boost that even further, the guide suggests a specific sadhgah, or charity. It strongly recommends donating milk, kheer, which is a really delicious traditional sweet rice pudding, or just plain white rice to people in need today. Giving away these specific, dairy-based and white-colored foods is traditionally believed to lock in the moon's positive effects and bring you some serious mental peace in return. Section 1. The 12 Zodiac Forecasts. Let's look at some impartial insights on how today's moon impacts your specific sign. Let's kick things off with the first 4 signs. For Aries, the guide predicts a deeply peaceful home environment. It specifically calls out improvements in domestic comfort and, wonderfully, your mother's health. Now for Taurus, this is a big one. The text actually states the moon is exalted for you today. That means your communication, your short trips, and your mental clarity are going to hit an absolute peak level. Gemini, you are looking at a very strong financial day. Expect increased family savings and some excellent liquid cash flow. And Cancer, since the moon is literally your ruling planet, you're forecasted to experience profound inner peace, high confidence, and some seriously peak intuitive powers today. Keeping up the brisk pace for the next 4 signs. Leo, your main focus today is strictly on peaceful sleep and deep relaxation, though the guide does throw in a quick warning to keep a tight lid on unnecessary expenses. For Virgo, lean into your social connections today. Your friends are predicted to bring you emotional support and possibly even some financial gains. Libra, you are looking at a highly peaceful atmosphere at work. The guide actually highlights today as an excellent time for public dealings and some major career growth. And Scorpio, your spiritual inclinations are expected to rise significantly, which should bring you deep mental satisfaction through things like higher education or maybe even long-distance travel. Wrapping up the zodiacs, we've got Sagittarius. You can expect some really welcome resolution in matters of joint wealth or ancestral issues, plus a lot of profound mental clarity coming from meditation. For Capricorn, the forecast highlights a growing sweetness and mutual understanding in your partnerships, whether that's business or marriage. Aquarius, get ready for a wonderfully smooth daily routine, and notably, the guide points to a complete resolution of recent health problems or anxiety for you. Finally, Pisces, you're predicted to find deep peace of mind today just by tapping into your creativity, hanging out with your kids, or nurturing your love relationships. And that brings us to Section 2, the Monday Special Wazifa. a step-by-step spiritual remedy for mental peace.
Let's move to and see how this builds. The guide recommends performing this beautiful spiritual remedy tonight, right after the Isha or night prayer. You start by reading the Durood Sharif 11 times. Then, you recite the specific Arabic phrase Ya Latifu, Ya Salamu, Ya Noor exactly 100 times. After that, you close it out by reading the Durood Sharif 11 times once again. Finally, you gently blow on a glass of water, drink it, and pray for your heart and mind to find ultimate peace. According to the text, this structured practice can literally melt away depression, tension, and overthinking in just a matter of minutes.
So the crucial point is really understanding the deep meaning behind the words you're reciting in that middle step. Ya Latifu, Ya Salamu, Ya Noor translates so beautifully to infinitely kind, giver of peace, and shower of light. By focusing your mind on these specific divine attributes, the guide suggests you're directly inviting that boundless kindness and illuminating peace right into your own anxious mind. It's just a brilliant illustration of how this source material merges the precise astrological timing of the moon's energy with highly focused, intentional spiritual recitation. We've explored the moon's powerful domains, checked out the diverse zodiac forecasts, and walked through a deeply structured spiritual practice. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Will you harness the moon's calming energy for your own peace of mind tonight? Regardless of your personal astrological background, taking a structured moment for reflection and calm is just incredibly valuable. If you found this explainer insightful, drop a Ya Latifu in the comments to share in the collective intention for peace. Be sure to like and subscribe and keep exploring these fascinating topics with us. Until next time, stay focused, stay curious, and find your peace.